In this week's market recap, I show you the players and cards that have been falling the most in the three major sports. Plus, I will cover what Zion Williamson's cards are doing right now after he's been dropping for the last 2 weeks. So welcome back. Now let's get to work. If you take a look here, I am on Market Movers, and on the top right, I wanted to show you that I'm including most grades, PSA 8 and above, SGC 9 and above, as well as BGS 8 and above. No raw cards, just because raw cards can really throw off the data based on the picture quality, based on the condition of the card. And another disclaimer, I'm not an affiliate of Market Movers. I'm not an affiliate of Card Ladder or anything else. I just want to show you the data that is presented here to me, and I might as well share it with you if you find value in it. So on the last 7 days in the NBA, this is the top 9 right here. And I was surprised to see Rui Hachimura again atop that list. And when I go down to his actual cards, you see here, this is the card that has been bringing down his value. It's this PSA silver, PSA 10 silver prism rookie card of his, minus 48%, which is insane. And then you have a couple others dropping. But if you go down, you'll see that some of his other cards, let me see, where's his other cards? Yeah, there we go. So his green BGS 9.5, his prism base variation, a couple others are breaking even or even increasing his value, but it's just that one card plummeted. And then you had his other prism PSA 10, his base not doing so well either. But I was really surprised to see him atop the list. So again, if Rui is a guy that you're interested in, that you like for next season, this could be a good time to at least explore his cards. A couple other players here, Larry Bird and Lonzo Ball were the other guys that share the last 7-day drops and the last 14 days. So you see here Lonzo Ball, which it makes sense with the Zion and the Pelicans being out of the playoffs. You see here Larry Bird as well. But these are the only players that have been dropping for the last 14 days and 7 days. Now when it comes to Zion, this is what's interesting. He was plummeting like hell last 2 weeks, and then now overall, where's he at? 5.5% overall. A couple of his cards really going down. See here, his draft picks, BGS 9.5 plummeting, draft picks PSA 10 plummeting, his green BGS 9.5 going down, but he has so many cards in the system. So you see minus 28, minus 25, all this, right? Minus 14, a lot going down, a lot without any transactions this last week. And then, okay, plus 4%, plus 8, plus 10, plus 23. Then he has a lot of cards that are actually going up in value. So to me, it looks like there's this seesaw of Zion where some cards are going down, some cards are going up, but overall, as a player, he's down 5.5% after being down a lot in the prior 2 weeks. So to me, again, I go, you know what, is this a good time to get into Zion if you believe in either him, the player, or the hype around him entering next year? Because selling before the start of next season is a great strategy. It could work. I mean, if there's hype around a new coach and his new body, maybe he's shed 20 pounds and he looks better and he's worked on this certain shot, hey, you know, there's hype around that. So there's gonna be prices going up before the start of a new season. This could be a good time to get in. So if I go over, this is 7 days, this is 14 days. Take a look here if there's any players that stick out to you. And what's cool is that there's a lot of players going down in value in the NBA, which I like, because now that we have movement, we have games going on and teams getting eliminated and players getting injured, we actually get to see legit card values being altered based on merit rather than just hype. Now, these are the actual cards that have gone down in the last 7 days. Rui, Kevin Durant, Zion, big plummets right here. I thought this one was interesting. The Kevin Durant Topps base BGS 9.5, 43% drop. So take a look here. Zion's again, Devin Booker, but a lot of this is just because they were so hyped before. Now, if we move over to football, again, football the last 7 days, there's not a lot. You see Marcus Allen is the only player above 20% dropped. 21.2%. He's a Hall of Famer, and there's only 9 sales, and we're just not even talking about a lot of volume right there. Dalvin Cook, Jimmy Garoppolo, a couple others, and then over to the last 14 days, and I can't even get through the top 9 without it being in the green. We have Saquon Barkley as the biggest drop over the last 2 weeks, and he was here too with minus 7.5, and that his PSA Prism 10, that's it, 26% down. And besides that, football is just going through the roof, which makes sense because no one has sucked yet. No one has thrown a pick, no one has fumbled, no one has broken a leg. We haven't had much movement, so the hype is really high. If you take a look at the cards that have dropped the most, Hall of Famers, Barry Sanders, Peyton Manning, Russell Wilson, which it's a bit interesting on Russell Wilson, why his cards would drop when he's just a great player, and the Seattle Seahawks should do well this year. And they were even in talks of signing Antonio Brown, which obviously he wouldn't play until the second half of the year, but Seattle should do good. So it's kind of weird to see his card drop like that. Jared Stidham, again, it's looking more and more like Cam Newton's going to be the starter, but hey, Stidham could easily replace Newton at some point in the year, or he might actually become the starter. Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, but these percentages are just so low, 14, 18. This is nothing compared to when we actually have games. So for me, I'm not going to be investing too much more into football now just because everything is really high. I want to wait for some actual movement based on performance to get back in and see who's underperformed and I believe will perform better in the coming weeks or months going forward. Now over to baseball, not going to pretend to know any of these guys. Again, this is the last 7 days, so take a look at this list and then the last 14 days. And Bregman, Nico Horner, who else? Aaron Judge and Francisco Lindor are guys that were on both lists. So you see last 7 days here, this is 7 days, this is 14, and good amount of drops. And that's what I like to see is players dropping, because that means stuff is going on. Like, all right, now who has been in a slump that should get out of a slump in a couple months and will be hot again? That's the kind of mentality I like to have. So if you look here at the players that have dropped the most, the cards that have dropped the most in baseball, Aaron Judge, huge drop right here, 58%. Yordan Alvarez, 54, his Topps Baseball SGC 10. I'm assuming that's his prospect card or rookie card. Obviously, I don't know baseball. Derek Jeter's rookie card, Pete Alonso, not even gonna try that name, Otani. So anyway, a lot more is dropping in baseball, but that's what I like. So the trends I'm seeing is football is just going up and up and up because no one has sucked. Basketball, we're seeing the appropriate corrections because we have teams getting eliminated. We have Lonzo Ball and Zion going down. We have other players going down. Anthony Davis was even going down for a while, but now the Lakers have rebounded. We saw Damian Lillard's prices spike, but of course now after game 2, it should soften quite a lot. But that's the way it should be. So I'm liking that. I also want to show you Card Ladder because they show the biggest fallers here. And I still got to get a better interpretation of how I can explain how biggest fallers works. But you see here, these are the biggest fallers according to their algorithm. And I've talked to Chris several times. He's a really smart dude. So I definitely know that this is based on advanced data metrics. But LeBron's rookie card, if that's in your budget right there, that's a big drop. Chris Paul's rookie card, Dwayne Wade's rookie card, refractor, another Dwayne Wade, and then Dr. J. If you're into Dr. J, his PSA 8 has dropped a lot over the last week. Anyway, that's what I got for you. If you'd like this information ahead of time, I send this out in an email around Friday afternoon, and then this video goes live Sunday. Also, another thing to point out is I respond to all comments when they're new. If you respond to one of my responses, I don't get notified of it. So just create a new comment with your response, and then I'll be able to respond to you. That's pretty much it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next live stream, and have an amazing weekend. Stay safe.